Hi, welcome back to another video. If you are watching on YouTube, welcome, and make sure that you subscribe, give it a thumbs up. If you're listening to the podcast, welcome as well. Get your coffee, get your tea, whatever gets you going so we can start this podcast now. Now, today I want to be talking about the law of assumption and what is the law of assumption, how you can use it to attract more things into your life, how you can use it to attract a specific person, or just whatever you want to attract: career, love, money, whatever, right? And then I'm going to be using an example that happened recently with the law of assumption. And yes, I'm really excited, guys. So let's get into it. So, what is the law of assumption? And how is it different from the law of attraction? The law of assumption, I feel like it's a little bit more relaxed than the law of attraction. The law of assumption is that when you assume something, it will happen. When you affirm something, you just have to be under the assumption that it will happen no matter what. Despite what's going on the outside, meaning on the 3D. Despite what's going on around you, it doesn't matter what's going on around you. You have to concentrate on the end result rather than how I'm gonna get there, how I'm gonna get that specific person. If that specific person is blocking me, I don't have them anymore. I haven't talked to them in years. Sometimes I haven't talked to them in a month. How is that going to be possible, right? And then that's when the law of assumption comes in. You have to assume that no matter what, your manifestation is on the way or it's already happening. So you have to live like your manifestation, right? And like I said before, it doesn't matter what's on the outside. What matters is what's in the inside, right? What is different from the law of attraction is the law of attraction states that you basically are what you're feeling right now. So this is how I can break it down. Let's say that your vibration is low, then that's what you're attracting. You're attracting low vibrational people. You're attracting low vibrational situation. You're attracting X, Y, and Z right into your life because your energy is low. So when you rise your vibration, then you're going to attract things that are better into your life, people that are emotionally available, people that give you the attention that you need, the attention that you want, X, Y, and Z, right? Which is kind of different from the law of assumption, because the law of assumption is like, and this is just me, because everybody has their own way of teaching the law of assumption. And I feel like there's a lot of videos out there, and there's a lot of people that are teaching the law of assumption the way that they, the way that works best for them. Since I've watched so many videos and I've educated myself into what the law of assumption is, I think that for me, what I've come to the conclusion is that the law of assumption, it really requires no effort. And the less effort and the less F you give, I feel like the easiest the law of assumption will work. This is an example that I'm going to use that recently happened to me, and then I used the law of assumption to attract that into my life, and it worked. Guys, and this was something that in the eyes of others, it could have been impossible. But I assumed that my manifestation was going to come to fruition. I just assumed and I prayed about it. I have faith because, first of all, prayer is very powerful. And this is just my personal opinion. You don't have to believe in God or anything like that. You don't have to believe in prayer. I just believe that the power of prayer is very powerful. So I started praying about it. I had a lot of faith. I feel like without faith, there's no way that you will get anything in life. But this is just my personal opinion. I could be wrong too, right? I feel like faith is the one thing that keeps you going, because if you don't have faith, if you don't believe in the law of assumption, the law of assumption is never going to work for you, right? That's just like, if you don't believe, then it's not going to happen, right? So I'm going to put an example. Recently, my friend had left some stuff here, some books, some pictures that were really sentimental to her. And she was like, hey, I left she was in the process of moving. She had left some stuff at my house. And anyways, she moved to another state. And she had left it here. And then she was like, hey, whenever you get a chance, if you can send me that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can send it to you. So I went to the post office, Sent her, it was, like I said, was books and some pictures that were very sentimental for her. And then I will not disclose that because of privacy reasons, but there were, things that were very sentimental for her and that meant a lot to her. So I went to the post office. I sent her the stuff. Everything was good. I was tracking the package. Everything was good. When out of nowhere, nobody could find the package. Literally like 2 days before it was delivered to her house, and it even was in her same state, 7 minutes from her house. That's how close the post office was. Nobody could find the package. Nobody could give me an answer. Nobody had an answer for it. About 3 weeks went by, almost a month, and I happened to have I was going to go see her for a couple of weeks prior to that. So I actually went to the post office there. We went to the post office together. And like I said, I had called before. I had talked to people that were like supervisors. They couldn't find it. I still felt kind of responsible for it. So I was like really on it. I really wanted her to get that, right? So I've been watching videos about the law of assumption and everything. And I say, why don't I put this to practice? Why don't I put this law of assumption to practice? Because I really hadn't put it into practice other than little things that I saw that were working out for me. But they were just really little compared to this, right? So I said, okay, I'm going to assume that no matter what, they're going to find the box. She is going to text me or call me and let me know that she had received the box either before I leave here, because I was there for 2 weeks, before I leave, or right after I leave. She's going to call me and text me and say, hey, I already got the box delivered. And I would imagine that in my head, like, and I think I did it for 3 days straight, where I was praying. I was assuming that no matter what, she was going to get that box delivered to her, that somehow, some way it was going to happen. I kid you not, 2 or 3 days went by, and I was almost done with the trip. I was almost ready to come back. And she had told me that day, she's like, hey, I came across somebody that told me that those people at the post office, they lose packages all the time. They're really irresponsible. And anyways, long story short, they actually lost a package for him, and they were able to deliver it a week later. And I was like, oh, but she was like, but the package that you sent me has been, it's been like almost a month. She's like, I don't think they'll be able to find it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just crazy. For him, it took them a week and they were able to send it to them and stuff like that. She was kind of thinking negatively, and I understand, like I understand that she was in that state of being negative because she basically had lost all hope. But to me, it was like a light bulb went on, and I was like, great, this is the universe telling me that my manifestation is on its way. Because why would you tell me this out of the blue when, we had known that, that package wasn't gonna, in our minds, that package was never gonna be delivered. That package was lost. So I was like, this is the universe telling me your manifestation is on its way. Your manifestation is on its way. Literally 3 days after I started assuming that it was going to happen, she told me that when she came home from work. So I said, okay. I just kept it to myself. I didn't say anything to her. I'm like, okay, well, hopefully they will find your package. That's basically what I said. I kid you not, a day later, she texted me. She said, hey, I had a package that was delivered to the wrong address. Well, it was delivered to the wrong address in the same apartment complex, and that apartment complex is huge. Somebody had found the package, delivered it to someone else, which is crazy because how are they gonna messed up twice? But whatever. They they have found the package. They sent the package finally, and they had sent it to someone else. And then that person was a good Samaritan, and they actually returned the box to not the post office, to the office itself. So they went to the office, to her where her apartment complex were, and they deliver the package, and it's like, hey, somebody delivered this package to my house, to my apartment, but I noticed, it wasn't for me, and I'm just dropping it off, So, she told me, she's like, but I'm not sure because, I did order something from Amazon, so I'm not sure if that's the package or it could be something else, whatever. I'm like, no, that is the package. I am for sure 100% know that that's the package. And I say to myself, God, universe, whatever, if that's the package, I will never, never doubt the power of the law of assumption. Never. I will not doubt the power of the law of assumption. So finally, that day she was like, "Hey, the office, they're gonna close the office. If you can just go there and pick up the package." So I was like really excited. I'm like, "Yeah, let me go." So when I got there, unfortunately, they weren't able to give me the package because I had to. She had to like send in an email and so whatever. So then, long story short, they were going to close at 6 p.m. and she was going to get to the house like at 5:55 p.m. She was like, hey, is there any way that you guys can wait? And then, so I can just go ahead and pick up the package. It's really important for me. They were like, yeah, no problem. We can wait for you. So I actually went to the pool because that day, it was a really nice day and I wanted to enjoy the pool. I hadn't been to the pool, in a while. So I was like, let me go and just chill at the pool, just, whatever, till she gets home and then we can do something later. So finally, she came to the office. I didn't see when she came in because I was at the pool, so it was in the back. And, I'm kind of just waiting for her to text me like, yes, this is the box, whatever. And then finally I call her. I'm like, hey, like, I've been waiting for you to call me. I've been waiting for you to text me. Like, what is going on? Is that the box? Can you please tell me that that's the box? And she's like, yes, I've just been so excited. I've been looking at the pictures. I've been, I'm so excited that the box is here. Like, I'm so excited that we were able to find the books. I'm so excited that I have the pictures. And I was just so caught up in the moment that I forgot to text him. Like, hey, that's okay. I'm just happy that you have your stuff and it didn't get lost. And I was just so happy. Like, I was so happy that happened. And I was like, I just say, if the box comes, I will never doubt the law of assumption. So I said, you know what? This is it. The law of assumption is so easy. It's crazy. I feel like people overcomplicate this law and it shouldn't be complicated. Assume that your manifestation is on the way. Live that manifestation. Look, even if you don't live it, even if you don't act as if, because I didn't really do much. The only thing that I did was affirm a couple of times a day. I said, no matter what, the box is going to be here. No matter what, we're going to receive the box. And she's going to call me and she's going to text me. And I put a date to it, which you don't have to put a date to it because I feel like that adds a little bit more pressure. But I did say, before I leave here or right after I leave, she's going to tell me that they found the box. And that's exactly how it happened. Literally 3 days before I had to leave, that happened. And prior to that, I was affirming, and then I was also praying for about 3 days, just assuming that somehow, some way, it was going to be delivered to her home address, and that somebody was going to find it. That was my assumption. I didn't deviate from that. I didn't say, but what if? But how come? How is it going to happen? If you want to manifest a specific person into your life, if you want to manifest love into your life, if you want to manifest money into your life, assume that you already have it in your hands. If that person is not texting you, if that specific person is not texting you, assume that they are in contact with you, that they are a person, that you are a magnetic person, that they cannot be without you because you are a person that they need in their life, that they want in their life. Just assume, put yourself on that pedestal and get them down from that pedestal and put yourself up there and see yourself kind of like as a trophy, as a person, as a queen, as a goddess, as a king. put yourself in that pedestal and say that everything that you wish for is always going to be fulfilled. That no matter what, everything is always going to work out for you, no matter what happens. You have to put yourself in that mindset, and that mindset is what changes everything. Look, guys, I did not know how it was gonna happen. I didn't have a doubt in my mind. That's what it was. I didn't have doubt because I said, this is going to be my last shot. I tried to talk to the supervisor. I tried to email. I tried to call. This has been an issue that was following me a while, for almost a month, because I really wanted her to get her stuff right. And I say, this is going to be my last shot at this. And if I do it, I have to do it right. So I didn't want anything outside of me to disturb that peace. And I said, I know that I'm going to get it no matter what. And I'm not going to let no doubts or the 3D, the outside, say what is going to be for me. And that's how I saw it in my mind. And I started affirming that. And I started to believe that. And that's how she finally got her package. So, guys, I'll definitely do more videos like this about the law of assumption. This was just a little story that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And, something that it worked for me right away. And I wanted to share with you guys to let you know that you can manifest anything you want. Anything you want can come to you. You just have to put yourself on that pedestal and get other people off that pedestal and put yourself there first. And when you start to change within, you will see that reflect on the outside, because we are each other just pushed. Basically, we're a reflection of each other. We just pushed outside of each other, but we're the same. We came from the same place. We are going to the same place once we passed. So keep that in mind, guys. Everything that you need is already within you. You don't need to outside validation. You don't need anything else to validate what you already have inside. You don't need a person. You don't need anybody else. Now, since we are everybody pushed out, right? When you are affirming for a specific person, remember that since we're all the same, we're all one, then that means that we always want to come back to each other. So it's not like you're manipulating a person to be with you. You just have to change your perception, because everything that you're living right now is basically the movie that you decided to play. But remember that the characters can always change. You are the writer. You are the director. You are the photographer. You are everything in your movie. So when something doesn't go well, you can scratch that and you can create another narrative. That's what this life is all about. And once you create another narrative, then it's going to reflect out into the world, because you are going to give other people, whether it's somebody that in your life that you no longer want in your life, you want them out, you be like, scene, this is all you get, right? Or whether somebody that you want to come back into your life the same way, you can bring them back into a scene. It's that easy, guys. It's really that easy. You just have to believe in yourself. Like I said, I will be talking more about the law of assumption and how to attract a specific person more into detail when it comes to that, because I know you guys will be interested in that topic. And then I'm going to also do a law of assumption money as well, so you guys can be able to attract more money into your life. This was just a little bit of an introduction so you guys can know what the law of assumption is. But thank you so much, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot with the videos that I make. And if you are listening to the podcast, thank you so much for being here with me. I will see you guys on the next episode. Much love. Bye-bye.